Okay, folks, hey, what's going on here? This is Roll SK.
Yeah, I'm D-Bag.
And welcome to State of the Union, February 13th, 2019.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 2019, man.
Shit, I just got off nights, so I'm like my days and nights and all that sort of shit is all kind of like fucked up.
Yeah, she's the day before Valentine's Day, so, you know, make sure you get all those special games and shit that you need for your loved ones.
I didn't get Jen anything yet.
No, you didn't?
No.
No,
Not yet.
That's good. It would feel awkward if you did. So thank you for not getting me anything.
I'm just looking out for you, man. Like, you know, because.
But here we are, brand new show. This is a brand new show. We've started numbering. This might be 5. It might be 7. It might be 6.
14. Who the fuck? Because we've done this a couple times before.
We haven't done it 14 times, man.
No.
There's not a chance in hell.
No,
you know, that's fish and talk.
We're gonna try a different format here. We're gonna try actually having a structured conversation for once instead of just rambling. Because I mean, rambling's fun, but
we're gonna ramble lots.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that we're gonna ramble lots. So, folks, go ahead, post up in chat as we go along, and we'll go with you. But let's get right into the gaming news segment. Gaming news for the last couple of weeks. Big one, Activision lays off 800 employees.
How bad did those people have to feel?
Okay, so 800 employees. Like, I'm not necessarily sure that's the actual number. All I know is that there are a shit ton of employees laid off at Activision. And the general sort of consensus is that they didn't meet their targeted profit goals for this year and are therefore dialing back, even though they had the maximum profit for the year that they've ever made.
Yeah, but
however,
it wasn't enough.
However, I have recently read that it's like mostly administrative positions and things like that.
So they're not getting rid of developers and
no, in fact, what
Okay.
Activision has said, because there's been, of course, a ton of vitriol on the internet, like there always is with any sort of gaming news advancement.
Come on.
That they're letting go of administrative staff. Excuse me. And hiring developers to potentially develop new IPs, which is, I think, a good thing.
You cut the fat. I mean, like, you can only have so many accountants and stuff, especially in a business like this. I mean, like...
here we go. During the Activision Blizzard fourth quarter results conference call, CEO Bobby Kotick announced that the company has a record year in 2018, yet it will reduce complexity and duplication. What's up, fam? Rooster Teeth has to find a new voice actor for Crow in their animated series RWBY. Well, that is definitely news, but not necessarily gaming news associated with Activision's layoff of some 800 people.
Not yet, anyways. I mean, why would you get rid of 800 people when you just posted your highest profits ever? That's what I don't get. I mean, I'm not in business.
Well, and the other big deal is in 2018 they hired a new CEO, and as I understand it, the signing bonus was $15 million. So the optics are poor. Let's just say the optics are poor on a situation for Activision.
$15 million, that would pay for what, 150 people? For a year, say.
Yeah, maybe. They're cutting approximately 8% of their employees, of over 9,000. But you know, the writing that's not really on the wall is that some of their IPs are not exactly banking as well as they could. Overwatch is, you know, not a big deal. Fortnite sort of overran that.
What else is Activision?
Well, I mean, they own Blizzard. So what's Blizzard done lately?
Well,
the Diablo mobile app.
Y'all own phones.
Yeah, y'all own phones, and that has worked out very well for them. So, you know, Activision, again. So what Activision says is they're basically, because they've purchased and bought these companies, they're going to reduce duplicity and lay off administrative staff so that they could free up revenue to hire developers to develop better games. That's what Activision is saying. And look, I am inclined to believe them. Because I think right now, quite frankly, the online goddamn online self-designated reviewers of everything gaming, the vitriol is too much, man. It's too much. It's at the point. It's like social justice warrior, but for gaming.
Yeah.
Everything that everybody does is wrong. Yeah. The big gaming company is wrong. However,
but like, I'm not gonna agree with those people, but at the same time, a lot of the times there's a lot of shit that is getting put out that shouldn't be put out yet.
That's true.
Again, like
we talked about this last BOGGCast.
Like unfinished games.
Presumably number 4, but realistically,
yeah.
Maybe 14.
Whatever.
Anyway, Activision's laying off a bunch of people. They say they're laying off duplicate positions because of game studio acquisitions. And they intend to invest revenue back into game developers. At the same time, they said they didn't meet their revenue goals for 2018.
So, okay, here's my question.
While also, I will state, highest profits in sales of any year.
That's exactly what I'm going to try and get. It's like, okay, so if it's your highest profits ever, what the fuck are you complaining about? Really?
Well,
I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, it's like, oh, this game should have made, 800 million instead of the 750 million that it made. If it made that many. If it made that much, sorry. Well, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Like, yeah, I'm just,
Well, there's like kind of a thing. The Battlefield 5 is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 is like, they didn't meet expectations. EA didn't meet sales expectations at 4 million. They're hoping for like 7 million or something like that. But it was still, hundreds of thousands, if not millions more than the previous sales of Battlefront 1. And yeah, it's a sort of constant growth model. And the desire to sort of grow profits that initiates things like microtransactions, which
here's an honest
personally
question.
I think are ruining the gaming industry. Like,
can you honestly say, so say your highest game, like say fucking like Call of Duty, every year it sells 50 million copies. I don't know if it's that many. I don't know if it's that few. Are you expecting that every year you're going to sell more than that?
Yes, that is the basic model that these giant game studios insist upon.
But I can't understand that, because there's like a market saturation.
You grow, like,
okay, so
there's not more gamers.
So me to you, I play Call of Duty all the time. You've never played Call of Duty. I don't, honest. This is just like
let's say I'm a Battlefield guy.
Yeah.
Am I going to adopt Call of Duty, or are you going to adopt Battlefield?
I don't think so.
And there's only so many people that are actually doing gaming, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, there is a market saturation thing, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
So the model of continual growth is a fallacy, and what it results in is just shittier games.
I think you're pretty much going to get as many gamers as that are going to be playing as you are right now. I mean, there's going to be obviously the fall off and the insurgence of newer gamers coming in and older gamers falling off, right? There's always going to be that turnaround. But to get like newer people to come in and play games and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some of these new games as a new gamer, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, it's not, and it's like it's a sad thing. And also, welcome, Trick. Good to see you, bud. Okay, so.
But you understand where I'm coming from, right? Like it's
so fucking weird, because then you have these game studios like Project Red that produce things like The Witcher 3, that was a genre-defining game that was not. There was no microtransactions,
no publicity, really, not much.
Well,
I mean,
not huge.
Not like a Super Bowl ad that Activision would do.
Yeah, exactly. And basically built a game on quality gameplay and released a product that worked when it was released, and every other RPG game company from that day forward looked at that and said, like, oh my God, we need to replicate that, because that is holy shit. It's a similar thing with PUBG. Like, PUBG, when it first came out, everybody was like, God damn, we need to fucking jump on this sort of thing. But not everybody pulls it off well.
Yeah. And some people are still trying to do it and not do it well.
No, they're not. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Speaking of, also games on phones are getting more impressive, so some won't have any desire to go to console or PC. Well,
I can get what you're saying. I really can.
To be frank there, Trick Turbo, I think that's a cultural thing. You know, one of the guys I work with is a supplier for some of the arcade things I build. And, you know, shit like this, whatever. I asked him. He's like, I'm a gamer. I'm like, well, what's the gaming market like in China? And he said, it's all mobile. It's all mobile. League of Legends is the primary big one. It's all on the phones.
I mean, well,
no PCMR, no console stuff.
Let's be honest. Honestly, like when you're living in a house or a room the size of the room that we're in right now.
That has very little to do with it. The process to get a product, an intellectual product, licensed in China is very harsh. You know, so if you want to do like a Wolfenstein in China or whatever, or, you know, anything like that, there's a full governmental review for any sort of IP.
Well.
Moving on. Metro Exodus will preload on Steam, but not on the Epic Store. This is another gaming news thing that came out. Metro Exodus is releasing this week. It's actually releasing on Friday. It's February 15th. Metro Exodus being the third game in the Metro series, Metro 2033, and
I never played these, but I mean, I read a little bit about this.
They're based on the Russian author's science fiction novel. It's very good. They send the nukes and the mutations come. People, they live in what's left of Soviet Russia's tunnels. They scrape by to survive, and the air is toxic and...
So it's like Fallout.
It's kind of like a Soviet Fallout, yes, and a little bit. In fact, some of the new weapon mods coming out for the Metro Exodus are very RPG-like. It's very good. I'm looking forward very much to the Metro Exodus. But, big controversy with Metro Exodus. Originally, you know, this game is made by, I want to say, Take-Two.
Take-Two. No, Take-Two. That's Rockstar.
Yeah, well, it's not Take-Two then.
Yeah.
However, Epic is involved in this somehow. Maybe Epic is the publisher for this, but the game was originally released on Steam and the Epic Store simultaneously.
It's 4A Games and published by Deep Silver.
Deep Silver.
It is the
So, controversy here is Metro Exodus, the third game in the series. A struggling series made by the same Ukrainian game developer group that develops stock games. And we love the Ukrainians. They make the best food. Anyway. So, games released on Steam. And it's coming out end of the month or whatever, but they was pulled off Steam.
Yeah. So like, why did they?
It's an Epic exclusive.
But Epic Games, that's Fortnite, right?
Yes, Epic Games is Fortnite, but they have released a additional service, much like Discord and Twitch and Origin and you know, like that. And they have decided that this game is going to be exclusive, and they've got some sort of stranglehold on the publisher. And
but like, as the title right here says, it'll preload on Steam, but not the Epic Games Store.
Well, that's kind of the weird thing. You know, first of all, it was released on both platforms simultaneously, and people could buy it on Steam. I bought mine on Steam, and then it came out like a few...
Okay, so side note, then you're going to be able to play it on Steam then?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you going to have to use the Epic Games
No.
Okay.
No,
Good.
you can play it on Steam. You can preload it on Steam.
Yeah.
I bought it on Steam. And then, like, for some reason, Epic or whatever, or I don't know, the publisher has a deal with Epic, and they're like, this is now an Epic exclusive. From this day forward. I
don't know how you can do that, though.
Oh,
Especially when
weird.
there's how many sales that they've had on
Yeah, and they
Steam.
said they're gonna honor the pre-sales on Steam and all the rest of it, and they will. But
I'm sure in the background, Gaben's just fucking giggling to himself. It's like, these guys are so fucked.
well, it's so fucking weird. But the thing is, like, and then this story comes out this week that you can preload it on Steam, but not on the Epic Game Store. Because Epic Game Store is pretty new, and they probably don't have the architecture or structure to preload games or whatever. But Steam has been around fucking since 2004, so you can preload Metro Exodus. So those of us who are, really have to buy it. But okay,
ridiculous.
So I have an opinion about this, and I apply it as I see, like, streaming video services.
Yeah.
A million years ago, there was just cable.
Yep.
And then Netflix came along. And YouTube came along before that, and then Netflix came along and said, "Hey, bro, $5, you can watch all these movies and stuff like that ad free."
And Netflix was a mailing service.
It was a mailing service to begin with. That's right. It was a
and actually turned down an offer, Blockbuster turned down an offer from Netflix to sell them for like some ridiculous low amount of money in like 2008 or something.
Ended up crushing them. But point being, Netflix became a streaming service, and it was sort of like the one place you could go to, other than the free.
I mean, okay, and let's not be like look back through or like pink leather covered glass.
So it wasn't great. There was nothing there.
Yeah, like.
But whatever. Now it's grown.
Yeah,
but now there's, and the whole point was, look, $5 a month, cut your cable bill, don't worry about the ads. Yeah. You can get everything, not just these channels. There's no packages. There's none of that bullshit. But now you've got, there's Amazon Prime Video, and there's Hulu, and there's fucking Crave TV, and then there's fucking Netflix, and there's fucking YouTube Red.
And there's Hulu, and there's fucking,
I already mentioned Hulu.
But there's another one too.
Yeah, but the point
there's too many
is now, you like, for the content you want, you used to save money because you went to one thing, and now you don't save money because it's going to like fucking all these different services.
Everything is segregated again.
Everything's segregated again.
It's not the 1950s, people.
No, so now you're buying cable packages by streaming service.
Yeah.
Anyway, which is kind of what
Roku TV. That's what I was thinking.
Roku TV. Fem. There you go. Thank you, Fem. Welcome. By the way, thank you, Fem, the new mod and admin for BOGG Discord.
She's taking care of all the shit when we're
She's taking all the stuff, yeah. She's...
When we're not here, she is.
Don't fuck up. Good job.
Yeah. It's an unpaid internship, which I think all the millennials will really enjoy, but...
There might be some gaming perks. You never know.
Hey, I got lots of free games I can still give you, so don't worry about that.
Okay, moving on. Speaking of gaming news... Apex Legends.
Okay,
big week for Apex. Big week for gaming news.
What the fuck is Apex Legends?
Apex Legends is Titanfall 2 without the mechs. And also, I think they took out some of the wall running and jetpacks. I could probably be wrong on that. I haven't played it. I can't fucking venture to say what Apex Legends 2 is. All I know is it is based on the Fallout 2 sort of like first-person combat mode.
Fallout 2?
No, Titanfall 2. Yeah. Titanfall 2. I could be wrong on that, and if I'm completely off my fucking rocker, post up in chat, I'm wrong. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
You don't know that. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It is now, there you go. Apex Legends surpasses 25 million players in a week. And this is where I have to go ahead and say this has happened again and again and again and again It was fucking Minecraft. It was PUBG. It was Fortnite.
Yep.
You know, now it's Apex. So this is the flavor of the week, and all the kids be up on it. And
okay, is Apex Legends free?
I don't know.
It must be. If you got 25 million players, just out of nowhere.
It's got to be free. It's got to be free.
I mean, that's like.
So it's I think a lot more realistic than
It's a 12th of the U.S. population that playing that. It has to be free.
Yeah, let's see. Nearly 600,000 concurrent in its first day of operation. It broke 10 million players and 1 million concurrents in a couple of days later.
The peak concurrent player count was well over 2 million that they're saying.
Okay, so this may be a good game. That's great. And this is made by Respawn. This is a company that owns the Titanfall series, which is the mech series.
Yeah.
I did a playthrough that series.
Still never played it, but.
Still never played it, but you know, it's a good series. It's a fun series. It's a big mechs or whatever. And this is basically like the tuned up version of the gameplay when you're not in the mech. So, good thing is the popularity is going to boost interest for a third driving a giant robot game, in my opinion. Titanfall 1 and 2, it was all about the single player campaign.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 had this really emotional connection with the robot you had and stuff like that, and Respawn has generated a huge amount of buzz for this. Great.
So, like, the problem with a lot of these games I'm finding, though, is that people are getting more and more used to games not having a
single player component.
A story.
Yeah.
Even, okay, no, it doesn't even have to be single player. You could have a multiplayer game with a story to it, but there's no story to a lot of these games, and it's like, okay, here's this random thing that you got to go do it. There's no reasoning behind it, and there's no consequence behind it.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Whoever makes Call of Duty, I don't know what shit game company.
Well, I think it's Treyarch right now.
Has announced that for this year they're going to release like a campaign-focused Call of Duty.
Good. It's about fucking time. It's like
it's where it came from.
Like, there's how many good single player game companies out there that are doing it quietly but are getting overshadowed by all
Metro's
of this.
a one.
Yeah.
Bethesda, despite all the fucking vitriol,
you can
fucking Doom.
Okay.
And the Wolfenstein games.
Okay. So
Doom was 2 years ago. You fucking. Everybody's all pissed off. Oh, Bethesda's goddamn idiot.
Okay.
Doom! Fucking Doom!
Yeah. Dominating. Like, yeah, no, I get it. Like, they fucked up once. And, I mean, and there's no reason for them to be paying for it.
Ghetto Jazz, you fucking bitches.
Yeah.
And Fallout 76 is not even that bad of a game. Okay?
Just, it's
unpopular opinion, I know.
It's like hating Nickelback. It's popular right now.
Dog's wondering why I'm fucking yelling here. She's like, hey, why are you yelling?
You're such a whore.
It's just so fluffy, though.
Yeah, it's still kind of a whore, though.
It's like a big teddy bear.
Dumb teddy bear.
She's not dumb.
She's kind of dumb. Right?
No. I think she's unmotivated.
I think she's motivated to, like, bite my face right away.
She's gonna try.
Or
Blah,
lick
blah,
my
blah,
face.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, get off me, dog.
Right.
Okay, moving on to the news. Okay, so Apex Legends, great.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
popular.
neither of us have played
Good.
it. We can't really comment on it.
Can't really comment. Not my thing.
Yep. No, I'm not gonna play it.
It's honestly, it's just a God. The same with Fortnite and Overwatch and all those things. This is not my jam, man. I look at video games as a potential narrative and art source where it can get engrossed in the story or immersed. Immersion.
It's not just this cutaway like of stupidity. Then done.
No, again, not to
Respawn.
judge Respawn or Apex Legends. Honestly, it's better than Fortnite from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Moving on. So AMD releases their fucking Radeon 7. That's right.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the new hotness here. And again, a lot of PC gamer lanes.
Hotness.
This is the new Radeon 7.
It's underwhelming for what it is.
Look, I'm gonna break this down to you folks real quick.
Yeah, let's not spend a whole bunch of time on this.
It's a 2080 without the RTX for the same price, but has more RAM. In general, the consensus is it's probably their commercial grade graphics setup with 16 gigabytes of fast RAM. It's got a bunch of RAM on it. But
you said 16 gigs?
Yeah.
Of RAM? Wow.
Yeah, it's got a ton of RAM on it.
Okay.
16 gigabytes of decent RAM. It's their 7 nanometer infrastructure, but this is not their next gaming card. This is Bella is now following. Thank you.
That's
a lot of fucking sound. More sound.
Okay.
All right.
I'm done.
Welcome.
Whew,
so
just
anyway, so the Radeon 7.
Okay. Yeah.
I can pull out this.
Okay, let's just.
Here's the benchmarks. It's 17
slower.
Game average.
It's slower than a 2070.
Slower than a 1080 Ti. Slower than a 2080-ish. Faster than a 2070. Okay?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Here's the 2070.
Yeah.
And there's the Radeon 7.
Oh, yeah, the OC version, not the.
Yeah, overclocked. Look, it does. Look, okay, all right. The fucking card flips the flops. It flips the flops. So on the 17 game average, this thing is a 2070.
Oh, that makes me feel bad. Mine's like at the bottom third of that list. Fuck.
It's a 2080 price point, and it doesn't have RTX. AMD, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I mean,
like this is not okay. I mean, hold on now. AMD is rumored to be releasing a new infrastructure of GPU in the fall, based on, again, their 7 nanometer construction quality.
That's supposed to have RTX, right?
It's supposed to have AMD's ray tracing, okay. But if you think historically, FreeSync versus G-Sync.
FreeSync is cheaper, but G-Sync works better.
Yeah, but the point is, the two companies diverged their technologies and had FreeSync and G-Sync, which was essentially the same thing, but proprietary goddamn hardware. But that's not. And they split the goddamn consumer base, and everybody fucking lost.
Okay, yeah, but there's cards out now that are NVIDIA cards that are now supporting FreeSync
this year.
Yeah,
it's like fucking 3 years of lag for bullshit compatibility. Point being.
I mean, I am not an AMD fan. We've talked about this on numerous occasions. I don't like how hot all AMD's shit runs.
All I'm saying is that AMD's RTX and NVIDIA's RTX will probably not be supported the same way across video games.
No, there's no way.
So, like, you're going to get the same situation that we've always had, where, like, there's a small market share of game developers that support one infrastructure for ray tracing and another larger platform of game developers that support ray tracing for NVIDIA. And consumers will get fucked because nobody wins when you split the technology.
So, like, NVIDIA might end up doing it better or doing it more, or AMD might be doing it better with a smaller segment of the market share.
Speaking of smaller share of the market, nobody is using ray tracing. This is the Steam hardware survey.
Fuck, my old card is still number 8 there. Jesus Christ.
And by far the majority of all users, at least on Steam, who are PC gamers, are using the 1060. How far down the list do you think you need to go to get into RTX?
But which 1060 is that? That's what I want to know. Because well, there's two versions of the
there's a 3 and a 6.
And I myself own the 6, and I like it. I mean it's a really good mid-range card for what it is.
Doesn't matter, who cares. Point being, this is the latest hardware survey for January 2019 on Steam.
The top 15 are NVIDIA cards.
Well, let us scroll down to find the closest RTX card.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I bet it's gonna be a while.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's a 980 Ti. That's what I use. Dun, 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 dun,
There it
dun.
is. There it is.
There it is. 0.1. Oh, what is that? What's the total market there? In January.
Oh, you missed it. No.
Oh, did I went too far?
I think so. Higher than a 650 Ti, I thought.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so 0.33% of the market, and you guys can't quite see this. I can move that over, and
yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, the numbers aren't that important. I mean, like, let's.
So basically, less than 1/3 of 1% of anybody has a goddamn RTX card anyway to begin with. In fact,
well, they're pricey right now.
Well, that's it. And here's the fucking fuck of the whole goddamn thing of it is that there's no previous generation stock left of high-end cards. There's no 1080s, no 1080 Ti's.
I've been looking for a 1080
They're
Ti
fucking
for
gone.
months.
And NVIDIA's just like, oh, sorry, but you gotta buy new ones. Or do you want to buy a fucking 1060? No, bro, you don't want a 1060. You don't want a 1060.
I have a 1060 already. I want to upgrade from it.
Just go, dude. Just jump up to the fucking 2070s, 2060s. It'd be great. You know,
I've heard rumors of an 11 series card too.
Well, the 1160 is rumored to be coming out, which is a non-ray tracing version of
the 20 series.
It's supposed to be like a 1080 Ti performance in non-ray tracing.
1160. I would buy that.
Well, we'll see what the price is like.
Let's see. Yeah.
Because it's probably probably crap.
Anyway.
Speaking of crap, another thing to come up. Obsidian wishes people would stop using the Outer Worlds to knock Fallout 76.
I recognize these words, just not in that order.
So, Obsidian is the game maker who made Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
And then it switched to some other douchebag company for 4 and 76. Ooh, I don't care to remember, to be frank. But Obsidian is releasing a different game called The Outer Worlds, which is people have assumed is going to be Fallout-like, but it's not. It's going to be more, I would say more like a Wolfenstein-ish single-player experience, and the focus is on replayability, not open world or RPG decision-making in the open world context. And like, Obsidian has straight out said, like, we want people to be excited for our game, not to be excited that Fallout 76 sucks.
And and that's
fair.
It's totally
fair.
Really fair.
It's totally fair.
I mean,
because they're like, like why do you fucking want to like? Do you guys care that we're releasing a different experience? It's not even analogous. You're just like, fuck yeah, Obsidian's gonna fucking nail it. Fuck you, Bethesda. You screwed it up. No, they're like, but a different game.
Yeah, it's complete.
So that hit the news this week. People wishes people would stop using the Outer Worlds to knock Fallout 76. And is it a defense of Bethesda? Not really. It's just like, come on, guys. It's not a. Can you be excited for this? I think it's going to be more Bioshock-ish than anything. But whatever. It looks great. Can't wait. Good job, Obsidian. You guys are fucking champs.
They're trying to play it right. Play it right.
Okay. All right. Moving on. In gaming news, we have the Nintendo Switch Direct news, which I will summarize
real quick, because there's not a whole bunch of info there.
Yeah, let's see here. Game show music. Try this. Okay, Nintendo Direct. Mario Maker 2 is coming out June. It is a port of Mario Maker 1 plus Extra. There's some new marbled 2/3 3D bullshit co-op game called Marvel Alliance 3 is coming out. Looks like Hyrule Warriors. Who cares? Some box indie games. A bunch more indie games. Smash Bros. Spring Update. No details whatsoever. Just 3.0.
Yay.
There's a Captain Toad update for those of you who bought the shitty port from the Wii U. You get some extra maps, but it's extra money. Great. Plus co-op mode if you're too dumb to solve the puzzles. There's a new Dragon Quest game. Never played Dragon Quest.
I've heard they're great.
I should be excited, but I'm not.
I'm just not.
There's a Yoshi crafted whatever. It's not like the woolen Yoshi, but it's still a sort of side scroller. Who cares? Fire Emblem has another game coming out on the Nintendo Switch. And that was the Nintendo Direct News for February 13th. Nobody cares. Nothing interesting. And thank you.
Did they announce the new games for Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Direct Online? Not, like, because you can have the streaming NES games, right? They didn't announce the February updates for that?
Not currently.
Like
They might have. Actually, the thing cut out, so I could be missing some of it.
Fuck, whatever.
All right, so moving on. Request from the media, Jack. Crackdown 3 multiplayer not playable with friends at launch. Microsoft confirms. So Microsoft has confirmed that you will not be able to connect with your friends through the Xbox Live. You son of a bitch. You will not be able to connect with your friends live for Crackdown 3 at launch, which kind of seems like a fucking retarded thing for a game that's based on co-op gameplay.
That's ridiculous.
I actually don't know much about Crackdown 3.
I've never played it. I've never heard much about it either. But I mean, like.
But I understand it's like kind of multiplayer based.
So that's like playing Sea of Thieves without your friends.
Or it's like Division 2 launching without a multiplayer add-on support. But they swear they're going to fix it.
They're on it.
They're working on it. But thank you for your $80 Canadian, and God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crackdown 3 fans. And as I did a little bit of reading about Crackdown 3, it was also delayed quite a bit in development, and people were sort of fed up and not expecting it to ever come out again. But here it is, and it's garbage.
Yeah.
So, D-Bag, you got a topic there?
Yeah, so I'm a long-time PlayStation Plus subscriber. Sony announced this week that they are discontinuing support for free PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita games on their PlayStation Plus network. I guess that's a big news. That's pretty much the probably final nail in the coffin for any PlayStation 3 online gaming. Without PlayStation Plus, there's really no reason to have a PlayStation 3 anymore.
Is that surprising though? It seems like
no,
because it seems like all the consoles sort of like eventually eliminate backwards compatibility. I mean Wii Online's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Wii U verse is done.
Okay, so I don't know specifically if the online portion is going to be gone yet. I just know that they're not releasing any more free games. Like with your PlayStation Plus, it's like the Humble Bundle. You subscribe.
Oh and you get some free games or whatever
games every month. I knew for a fact that I think that was mine. I mean, like I have a Vita that I use daily, but I'm not expecting any new games out for it, and I won't. But and I haven't played a PlayStation 3 game for a long time, so I mean,
so PS3 is done.
Inevitable. I think they're probably still making games for it, which is kind of silly, but I mean, there's still lots of people that play it, so I don't know. It's I guess rest in peace, PlayStation 3.
So you reckon
you're on your way out?
So probably anybody with a PS3 start to archive all the shit you've downloaded through the PSC store, and it's we're doing fine this fine cold evening there. Canuck, how are you doing? By the way, Canuck, go ahead and check out our Discord. We've done some revamping, and hope you're able to interact in the new Discord chat. So moving on.
Long story short, Sony, PlayStation 3. Yeah, it's probably you're probably not going to see any new games for it in the next little while, maybe.
Or ever. Don't use Discord anymore about it. Okay, fair enough. So moving on. What are you playing? This is our what are you playing section where we talk about whatever games we're currently working on this week or the last couple of weeks. The last time we did BOGGCast was early February, 2 weeks ago. So
2 weeks ago.
We're going to try to do this a little more regularly, but for myself, finally got around to starting the DLC I paid for a year ago. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Torna, the Golden Kingdom, which is a DLC add-on pack that occurs 500 years prior to the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is approximately 500 years after the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and they've added some different RPG mechanics to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Specifically, you can play as any of the blades in your team, and they sort of created this sort of defense attack mechanic where like you switch back and forth with your blades.
Okay.
But whatever, it's a Nintendo Switch game, and it's a typical RPG where you fucking just grind out and kill things, and there's like a fairly engrossing story and classy side stories, but I'm hoping for another 80 hours of gameplay out of that, hopefully. So
out of a DLC, that's impressive.
Yeah, but I kind of feel they fucking rocked it. This is Square Enix, who's kind of controversial right now because of the Heroes of the Storm. No, what is the goddamn fucking Disney crossover with Final Fantasy?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Ugh, yeah, that people are.
It's funny we didn't mention that at all.
We didn't because none of us has played it or any of them for that matter.
None of the Kingdom. I've heard they're really good, but
I don't want it.
I
do not want it.
I don't need to see Mickey Mouse as a fucking
character.
Not
want it. No, I don't want to see fucking Mickey Mouse mixing with fucking Final Fantasy. Get lost.
I like Final Fantasy, but nah.
So yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'll just sort of be rocking that out. Elite Dangerous I've been playing and streaming quite a bit of, and recently unlocked the Guardian frameshift drive module, and I've got some exploration goals this month.
That's up here.
Well, I want to get to an elite status in Elite Dangerous. So,
which is
myself
the name of the game. Oh, they used it in the game.
Yeah, they used it in the game. But yeah, there's fucking reasons. Most of which is you can get all your guns and ships cheaper at the Founders World, which you can't get a permit to enter the system until you've reached elite status.
Do you have to do a bunch of paperwork to get the permit too?
Well,
like, do you gotta sign here, you know,
but
give a blood sample, you know, like semen sample, all that sort of stuff.
Femfree says she played Kingdom Hearts 365 and a half days.
That's a real game. That's a real game. The name is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but it's a real game.
You know, to be fair, Fem, you also played a lot of Pokemon, which I don't get. Anyway, Elite Dangerous, the plan for the next coming week or perhaps weekend is to go 5,000 light years with Woodeye. Because it unlocks an engineer for him, and we're going to go on an exploration mission, and it helps me with my getting to elite status. So if you like space games, tune in. We're currently looking at an 8-hour stream, maybe Saturday, to do that, because it's pretty far.
It's 8 hours, you're figuring?
5,000 light years is far, dude. Takes a while. Also, I've been playing some Forza Horizon 4, the DLC.
Yeah.
And I continue to get fucking cars. They just give away cars like candy in that game.
Nice.
So I've been just sort of rocking through some of the Dangerous Island or Hazard Island or whatever the Hazard Isle. I don't know. It's some fucking island and there's like more off-roady shit. So I'm doing some of that. Majora's Mask, which Femfree, our new admin, has been guiding me through, and I'm just dragging my ass on because it's kind of a hard game. So, like, I just need to get through the goddamn thing. But yeah, I'm currently collecting fairies in some goddamn shit water temple.
I figured,
which I'll have to go through at least twice more
to get them all.
Not the fairies, no, because I go through the fairies, get the dungeon item, go back through the dungeon, confront the dungeon boss, go back and fight the dungeon boss again for some other bullshit achievement I can't recall at this time. But thank God for Fam and her patience. And
it just seems like tedious. But I mean, if you made it through Breath of the Wild, I mean, you should be able to do that.
Breath of the Wild wasn't tedious. It was an exploration of
that sounds like the same shit.
Beautiful. Canuck, we're talking about Majora's Mask. Anyway, finally to wrap up, Rocksmith. I've been playing and streaming a bunch of Rocksmith lately, which is a guitar simulation game where you simulate playing a guitar with a real guitar and play along to actual songs. And I've got a goal in 2019 to do a bunch of that, just to generally get better at guitar.
2017, eh?
2019.
It's 2019.
Having a stroke. No big deal, folks.
I smell burnt toast.
But yeah, Rocksmith, I'm planning on playing a bunch of lessons next. Sometime this weekend, I'll pick it up for another 3 hours and play a bunch of the Guitar Smith lessons. But
nice.
You know, in general,
some of that's tedious too.
Some of it's tedious, but like,
no, it's a good learning.
Anytime you pick up your instrument, it's been you get more in tune with where your fingers go and everything like that. It's great. So like, great. That's what I've been playing. Let's move on to BOGG member D-Bag here. What have you been playing, bud?
So, well, since my schedule's all fucked up most of the time, I've still been putting up some hours in Ace Combat 7. I think it was released the other day on Steam, and like Trick said, I know last time we were doing this, that there's some issues with the Steam version of the game. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm really liking it. I really like the older versions of the game, like Ace Combat 6. It looks really good. Does the sky mean anything special to you? But the dialogue in the game is so ridiculous. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like the story doesn't make any sense. Like look, if you're gonna buy this game, don't buy it for the story. Buy it because you get to shoot fucking planes down. That's it. You can play it in VR. I think you can even play it with your Nope, and no HOTAS support. Why did they do that then?
Xbox Elite controller only.
No not even keyboard? I mean, if you wanted to, but that's fuck. Okay, that's bullshit then. Anyway, okay, so like again, like we talked about this last time. I bought it on PlayStation 4. Probably, you know what? And I'm glad I did because I'd be playing with the fucking PlayStation 4 controller. Anyways. Yeah,
and that's what you get to use.
Yeah. So, there's no FA-18 Tomcat. It's an FA-18. It's a CF-18 Hornet. The Tomcat, I think, is an F-16. So, anyways, been playing that. I really like the game, though.
And by the way, fam, I see you fucking yelling at me there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, goddamn fucking that game. I swear to God, when it's done, I'm gonna burn it.
You might as well. Yeah, Trek, the story's super cheesy. Like,
hey man, some bad guys took over this island area. You gotta like
in the one
sounds
mission,
like it's Just Cause, basically.
Pretty much. But just direct on jets. But so in the one mission, I think it's like the third or fourth mission in, you accidentally shoot the president down and kill him.
So not the president. Oh my God, that's horrible. You guys are bad. You shouldn't be doing that.
So you shoot the president down. They send you to jail. But since you're at war, they still give you a fucking plane to fly while you're in prison.
Really?
So figure that the fuck out. Like fucking who the fuck? Who comes up with this shit? It's so fucking ridiculous. It's like, oh, you're in jail, but you need to go up and fly against these people, but we're not giving you any weapons. And then, oh, they're shooting at you. Here's some weapons. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Whoever came up with this story should be shot in the face.
Hey, buddy, we put some side-biters on your jet there, pal.
Like, it's so fucking stupid. But the game's it's super fun. Like, I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Like, it's great.
Well, that's good.
So next, yeah, been playing Tetris Effect. Pretty much just to relax and shit. Like, just Yeah. The launch trailer. Canuck, it doesn't make any sense. Just go with it.
Hey, man, you gotta be locked into this jet, but we're not gonna give you any bullets, bro. Yeah. Please try not to fly over international waters.
Try not to shoot your president down, man. So, Tetris Effect is what it feels like to be stoned if you're not. You watch this and play this game. Like, it's very pretty. It's relaxing.
Folks, do real drugs.
Do real drugs. You're probably better off with real drugs. But it's Tetris with really cool backgrounds and stuff. I think I spent like
Oh, it's probably good music too. Let's check.
Yeah. It actually does have really good music. And the music will change as you drop pieces and everything. Yeah, it's. But again, it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, so.
Fuck yeah, man! Let's solve some fucking puzzles!
Yeah.
Alright, we'll mute that before the break so we don't get copyright striked.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
It actually looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
I just,
It's Tetris.
5, 6 times, official death numbers like 4, because the attempt that I had every bottle and I had in it. Stop, fam, you're not selling me on this. You're not helping things, okay?
Again, I recognize those words, just not in that order.
Just stop making it worse for me to try to fucking play that game. I'm trying to avoid it. I'm looking forward to the Wind Waker fucking goddamn games, because at least those are gonna be fun. This is just bullshit, creepy goddamn Majora's Mask shit.
Anyways, moving on.
It's the best and the worst goddamn Zelda game ever. Moving on, you are also playing...
Well, it's still, you know what? I hadn't played it in months. For the last couple days, I've been playing some fucking GTA 5. A little bit of online, little bit of fucking single player stuff again. We just picked up JD a copy of GTA 5 online, so we're gonna, me, you, and him, we're gonna rock that shit, I think. Then there was a new update. I mean, not that I give a shit about the updates, but new cars and shit.
Yeah, there's new cars. I'm sure Grand Theft Auto. I've always enjoyed Grand Theft Autos. Actually,
it's fun. Yeah, I mean,
you get to buy some cars. You get to drive around and.
I'm still more of a fan.
Shoot people.
Of the.
Buy a hat.
Great, buy a hat. I'm still more of a fan of. Single player, just because I'm not a huge fan of getting grief the whole fucking time.
It's fun when you're in a group though, and you can like exact revenge.
But if you're by yourself, it's like, eh.
Yeah, I never play it unless it's with a group of people.
Yeah,
and even then, it's like, well, we got 3 dudes.
It's not enough.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, like, yeah. If we
logs into other game on Steam instantly later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best when you got like a buddy. You're like, oh, you want to join us? You're like, oh, no, dude, I'm crashing out. And then it's like, Starling.
Yeah.
You fucking cunt.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. I mean, that game's been talked about to death.
There's games. And?
So, I bring my PlayStation Vita to work, and I play The Binding of Isaac at work. It's great, because it kills some time. I'm not talking about my job on here, but it's a puzzle game. Not a puzzle game. It's a dungeon crawler game. I don't know. Flea got me into it, and now I own it. I own like 6 copies of it, and I'm still not good at it. It's fun.
And you shoot things.
Yeah, you shoot things.
That's great.
With tears out of your eyes.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
Let the pain make you strong.
Yeah, the constant crying. I know, it happened. That's fun. Yeah, that's what I've been playing again.
Well, that concludes our what we're playing section. I mean, that's probably we want that one instead.
I like the boo one better. It's like, oh, you guys suck.
So, we're coming up to wrapping up the BOGGCast for the evening. Upcoming streams and events. I'm going to do a Valentine's Forever Alone stream tomorrow. Not sure specifically what I'm going to stream. I'm currently leaning towards Xenoblade Chronicles because I collect crystallized waifus.
I still think you should play Dream Daddy.
I'm not doing Dream Daddy, and fuck anybody who wants me to play that game. I'm not doing it. And I'm not going to do Leisure Suit Larry because that's a little too on the fucking nose.
What about the Shower with Your Dad Simulator?
How the fuck is that a Valentine's game?
No.
How did you grow up? Jesus Christ. No. Xenoblade Chronicles, Torn of the Golden Kingdom, and I'll see if I can add to my Blade harem.
Of waifus.
And it's gendered because you could like be multiple genders and still have Blade waifus of multiple genders. So it's good. But if you're watching and you got nothing going on Valentine's Day like me, stick around for that. Coming up to this weekend, got the Elite Dangerous far trip to somewhere or other on Saturday-ish.
That'll be a long one.
But Friday is the launch of Far Cry New Dawn and Metro Exodus, both of which I will be streaming.
Nice.
Excuse me, probably Friday night. Sunday, looking forward to maybe some driving with Forza and or Wreckfest. We'll see who we can wrap up for that.
I'd rather be doing what you're doing than what I'm going to be doing.
Working.
I'm going to be at work.
Nobody cares, Daryl.
Hey, got to pay them bills, right?
I guess.
Boo.
Nobody cares if you got a job, bud.
Boo. They do have a job. God damn it.
And then sometime this weekend, I'm going to do some Majora's Mask, so Fem's not completely ready to murder me. But I will do some before end of the long weekend. By the way, it's a long weekend in Saskatchewan. It's Family Day this weekend, so Monday is a holiday. And what about you? What do you got coming up?
So R-Star, which kind of been a little not around lately, but it's got some stuff going on, so it's fine. Bought me a game called West of Loathing. It's a very low-res game that he called it like what Red Dead Redemption would look like on like on an Apple IIe.
If it was Oregon Trail?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna try and stream that. I've been thinking about it lately. Just gotta find a couple hours that I can put into it. Also want to re-go and replay through Mortal Kombat, so Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X before Mortal Kombat 11 comes out in April. So I'm planning some stuff with that because, yeah, I'm going to buy the shit out of Mortal Kombat 11. I might have to upgrade my PC before that, though.
So say we all. Well, general discussion. We're wrapping up. That's what we played. That's what's coming up. Jason Donahue Memorial Show, March 23rd at the Capitol. A couple of bands that Daryl and I are in are doing a benefit concert for Jason Donahue, who sadly passed away last year.
Yeah, he was actually killed by a drunk driver on the highway. So we're putting together a show. And actually, we're putting all the money towards PTSD not awareness. There's actually I have more information, just not with me. There is an organization dedicated for Medivas. I think they are doing support services for PTSD in EMS workers. I know that sentence probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, but yeah, if anybody's interested, we might put the link here in our description, maybe.
Yeah, if we get around to it tomorrow, there might be a link for the description. But those of you who are in the Saskatoon area, make sure you try to come out to that show on the 23rd and support the cause.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for upcoming couple closing comments. We're going to try to do the BOGGCast more on the regular.
Yeah.
I don't think we can commit to weekly, but for sure
Bi-weekly
or once a month, we'll be doing these with updates from the BOGG crew and what we're up to and what's streaming and what the gaming news is.
Yeah.
We've updated our Discord, added a bunch of new categories and different chat groups and places for people to interact positively and bitterly. So make sure you go check all of those. And finally, I want to say a special welcome to Femfree there, who's in chat right now. And yeah, there we go. Welcome Bard. She is our new admin and mod in BOGG Discord. Yeah. So God help you if you ever cross her path in a negative way. She will fucking end you.
Perfect.
I guarantee that. So with that.
That's
it.
I think.
I'm Rollis K.
D-Bag.
And that's BOGGCast.
Yay. Now we need some outro music or something.
Yeah, well, we can do like an outro video.
Outro video or something.
Well, at least they hear our rambling. Well,
yeah, I mean,
on the way out there. You know. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Like, subscribe.
I ran out of breath.